Hello, beautiful minds. Welcome to Brainwave Breakdown, where we explore the hidden facets of our minds. Today, we're shedding light on a topic that's often swept under the rug: things toxic parents say and do. Recognizing these harmful behaviors is the first step towards cultivating healthier, more nurturing relationships. So let's get ready to dive deep into the sea of understanding. But before we do us a favor and hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let's start with the first 3 signs of toxic parenting. Firstly, toxic parents often use guilt as a weapon. This means that they may manipulate their children's emotions to get what they want. For instance, they might say, "After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me." This tactic not only manipulates the child's feelings of obligation, but also instills a sense of indebtedness, which can be mentally taxing. Secondly, they disregard their child's feelings. Toxic parents might dismiss their children's emotions as unimportant or trivial, telling them to get over it or stop being so sensitive. By invalidating their feelings, they are teaching the child to second-guess their emotions, leading to self-doubt and low self-esteem. Lastly, toxic parents can be overly critical. Whether it's about grades, appearance, friends, or hobbies, there's always something not quite right. They might say, "Why can't you be more like your brother?" Or, "I don't understand why you can't get better grades." This constant criticism erodes the child's self-confidence and instills a perpetual feeling of inadequacy. These behaviors, while they may seem subtle or normal to some, are far from harmless. They can leave deep emotional scars, causing long-term detrimental effects on the child's mental health. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards breaking the cycle of toxicity. These behaviors can leave deep emotional scars, so it's crucial to recognize them. Moving on, here are the next 3 signs of toxic parenting. The 4th sign is the conditional love they give their children. Love, in its purest form, should be unconditional. However, toxic parents often use love as a bargaining chip, rewarding or punishing their children based on their behavior. For instance, they might withhold affection when the child does something they disapprove of, or overly lavish affection when the child behaves correctly. This practice can lead to a child feeling that they need to constantly earn love, which can cause significant emotional turmoil. Next, let's talk about the 5th sign: the manipulation of reality. Toxic parents often distort their child's perception of the world, making them question their own judgment. They might deny things that happened, insist on their own version of events, or use gaslighting techniques to confuse their child. This manipulation can create a sense of instability and anxiety in the child, as they learn to distrust their own experiences and feelings. Lastly, the 6th sign is the lack of boundaries. Boundaries are critical for a child's development. They help children learn respect, self-control, and negotiation skills. But toxic parents often blur or completely ignore these boundaries. They might invade their child's privacy, disrespect their personal space, or impose their own needs and wants without considering the child's feelings. This lack of boundaries can lead to the child feeling violated and disrespected, and can hinder their ability to form healthy relationships in the future. These behaviors, while they may seem subtle, can cause significant harm to a child's mental and emotional well-being. They can lead to feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, and low self-esteem, which can carry into adulthood. It can be hard to accept, but recognizing these behaviors is the first step to healing. Finally, let's look at the last 3 signs of toxic parenting. First up is sign number 7: belittling a child's achievements. Perhaps you remember a time when you were proud of something you had achieved, only to have your joy dampened by a dismissive comment or a comparison to someone else's accomplishments. This is a classic tactic of toxic parents. By undermining their child's achievements, they keep the child in a constant state of self-doubt and insecurity. This belittlement can stifle a child's motivation to strive and succeed, as they learn to associate achievements with negative feedback. Moving on to sign number 8, being dismissive. Dismissive parents tend to ignore or downplay their child's feelings and experiences. For example, if a child comes home upset from school, a dismissive parent might respond with something like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Stop making a fuss." This kind of reaction can make a child feel unheard and unimportant. It teaches them to suppress their emotions, leading to difficulties in expressing and managing feelings in adulthood. And finally, we have sign number 9, emotional unavailability. An emotionally unavailable parent may be physically present, but they're not there in a way that counts. They may be preoccupied with their own issues, or simply lack the emotional intelligence to connect with their child. This leaves the child feeling isolated and unsupported. Over time, it can lead to problems with attachment and emotional intimacy in their future relationships. In all these scenarios, the common thread is a lack of empathy and understanding. Toxic parents often fail to recognize and respect their child's individuality, feelings, and needs. This neglect can have long-lasting effects on a child's mental and emotional health. Remember, understanding these signs is the first step towards breaking the cycle of toxicity. You deserve to feel heard, supported, and celebrated for your achievements. And remember, it's okay to seek help if you're struggling with the impact of toxic parenting. You're not alone, and there are resources out there to help you heal and move forward. Remember, understanding these signs is the first step towards breaking the cycle of toxicity. These are just 9 of the signs of toxic parenting. But the truth is, the list goes on. As we've seen today, the impact of toxic parenting can be profound and long-lasting. We've walked through 9 key signs, from constant criticism and manipulation to blatant disregard for a child's feelings and a consistent lack of support. These behaviors not only harm a child's mental health, but also shape their worldview, potentially leading to difficulties in their adult relationships and overall emotional well-being. Remember, it's essential to recognize these signs and address them. It's never too late to change the cycle. If you're a parent, be mindful of your actions and words. If you're an adult who's experienced toxic parenting, know that it's okay to seek help, whether that's through therapy, support groups, or trusted friends. Knowledge is power, and understanding these signs is the first step towards healing and breaking the cycle. Toxic parenting is a serious issue, and it's our mission here at Brainwave Breakdown to shed light on such topics, promoting understanding, healing, and growth. We hope that today's discussion has provided some insight and perhaps even sparked a conversation. Thank you for joining us today. Before you go, remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It's a small action, but it makes a big difference. Every like, every subscription fuels our mission to shed light on topics that matter. So if you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Join the Brainwave Breakdown community and stay tuned for more enlightening content. You're not alone in this journey. Brainwave Breakdown is here to help. See you in the next video.